So in order to solve this linear differential equation, we need to recognize the form which, once we divide through by this x, we would have y prime, and then some function of x times y, and on the right-hand side, some other function of x. And for this type of differential equation, we use an integrating factor. What you do is take this p of x, integrate it, and then I, the integrating factor, is set equal to e to that integral of the px. So first of all, we need to start with y prime. So divide through by an x. We would have y prime minus 4 over x times y is equal to, so for dividing through by an x, this is now going to be x to the 4th e to the x. I'm going to use this right side as my scratch paper over here. So this is the p of x, so I need to integrate negative 4 over x, which is negative 4 natural log of x. And we don't need any plus c because we're going to do that at the very end. Or actually, this one is going to have numerical information so we can find the c, but that comes at the very end. So now I, the integrating factor, is equal to e to what we just got over here. Notice that you could use the rules of logarithms to take this number and move it up as an exponent on x. That way the e and natural log will cancel each other out, and we're left with x to the negative 4. I prefer not to work with negative exponents. So it's 1 over x to the 4th. Now I need to multiply through by that over here. So we'd have 1 over x to the 4th times y prime. So we're going to have 5 x's in the denominator over here. And then, just by chance, when you multiply over here, it's going to cancel those, leaving us just an e to the x. Now, the main idea of this method is that on this side, somebody did the product rule and got this. So they did derivative of a product. One of those things must have been y, because here they left the y alone, and here they took the derivative of the y. And let's see, the product rule would say take the derivative of one of the things, leave the other one alone. So the other thing that goes in here must be 1 over x to the 4th. And then we can double check that by saying, well, if you're doing the product rule, you need to leave the y alone and then take the derivative of this thing, which sure enough is that right there. Okay. Now what we do is integrate both sides with respect to x. And on the left-hand side, the integral and the derivative undo each other or cancel each other out. We get this by itself. And then on the right-hand side, just integrate e to the x, so that's e to the x. And then here comes the c. The next thing to do is plug in that y is a 1 if x is a 0. That's not possible. The author must have meant y of 1 is a 1. So this would be 1 over 1, and y is a 1, equals e to the 1 plus c. So that would be c is equal to 1 minus the number e. And so the final answer is going to be, well, it's this. We need to solve for y, so multiply that onto this side. So y will equal x to the 4th times e to the x plus c. But then for c, we got that it's 1 minus e. And you could either multiply it out or leave it in factored form.